Cato Kalin shot to fame 20 years ago during the O.J. Simpson murder trial. He was the famous house guest staying at O.J.'s place. He was also a star witness. So where is he now? And what does he think about whether his former friend is guilty or innocent? Here's ABC's Barbara Walters.
Cato, in your opinion, do you think that O.J. murdered Nicole and Ron Goldman?
In my opinion, yes. I think he's guilty.
You may remember Cato as a witness at the O.J. trial, the tenant in Simpson's guest house, the struggling actor who was a friend of both O.J. and Nicole. He became an overnight celebrity after his trial testimony. Cato helped establish a timeline for investigators. He sat down with me recently to share his recollections.
O.J. Simpson's, he's very much a character out of Shakespeare play. Here's a man who had everything and lost everything and became from a adored athlete to a pariah.
We will bring you the up-to-the-minute news on O.J. Simpson. My introduction to the Simpson case began on live television as Hugh Downs and I went on the air for ABC's 2020. The police were attempting to arrest Simpson for the murders of his former wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. Their bodies had been discovered outside Nicole's home in Brentwood. It was a grisly crime scene.
If I saw O.J. today, I would say, O.J., did you do it?
And what do you think the answer is?
Oh, what I think he would say? I think he would say absolutely not.
Approximately what time was it when you got your food?
9:25, 9:26.
His testimony would bookmark both ends of what the prosecution argued was the time period in which Simpson could commit the crime.
O.J. Simpson came by my door in my guest house, and he knocked on my door, and he said he was going to go out to eat. And we ended up going to McDonald's.
The prosecution's opportunity clock began at 9:36 p.m. when O.J. and Cato returned to Rockingham. Cato went to his bungalow, O.J. to his house. An hour and 10 minutes later, a limousine arrived to take Simpson to the airport.
He killed her out of jealousy.
The means of the crime, according to the prosecution, was a knife that was never found. And you saw O.J. getting into the limo. Tell us about that.
I was helping pack stuff into the limo because he was going to Chicago. And there was a bag that was ready to be packed, and he said, "Don't touch this bag." And that bag was never found.
A suitcase-type bag?
It looked like a backpack.
And now, do you think it may have been the murder weapon?
I don't know what was in there, but something in there enough for O.J. Simpson to say, "Don't touch."
And it never was found?
Never was found.
You are reminded that you must not be influenced by mere sentiment, conjecture, or public feeling.
The jurors filed out and then reached a verdict in less than 4 hours of deliberation.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder upon Nicole Brown Simpson, a human being in violation of Penal Code Section 187A, a felony upon Nicole Brown Simpson, a human being as charged in count 1 of the information.
We were together, you and I, in Los Angeles when the verdict of not guilty came out. You were shocked. I remember your face.
I remember that because you asked me, I think off camera, you said, "What do you think?" And I whispered into your ear, I said, "I think they made a mistake."
And you still feel that way?
Yeah, I think they did.
Cato Kalin still has some of his boyish looks 20 years later, but his life is very different. I used to call you America's favorite house guest because you lived in the guest house of O.J. Now you own your own home, you have your own business. Tell us about your life.
Yeah, it's good. My goal, actually, one day in life is to have someone live behind me. So, but yeah, what I'm doing now is really exciting because I started a clothing line, Barbara. It's called Slacker.
Ah, well,
and
wait a minute. Is that autobiographical?
No, but people would call me like, "He's the biggest slacker." And I said, "Take that." And I came up with this product line called Slacker.
Ron Goldman's family, spearheaded by his father Fred and his sister Kim, went after Simpson in a civil suit, charging him with responsibility for Ron's murder. They won big time. The jury found Simpson culpable and awarded a judgment of $33 million.
Mr. Goldman, what's your reaction? Your reaction?
Wonderful!
O.J. Simpson suffered severe financial consequences. He didn't have the $33 million the jury awarded, though, and the Goldmans have had trouble collecting. So far, they have received only a tiny fraction of what is owed them. But he would soon face yet another jury. Simpson was convicted of robbing a dealer of football memorabilia at gunpoint and stealing back mementos and souvenirs that used to belong to him. A hotel camera caught him on tape.
We were just robbed at gunpoint by O.J. Simpson. Can you send police here, please?
As my lawyer told me, you can't break in a guy's room. I didn't break into anybody's room.
The sentence was serious jail time, 9 to 33 years. He is in prison now, but not for murder, not for killing Nicole.
Right. And I think him being in prison, I'm not such a believer in karma, but I switched my mind to that because I think karma came back to him.
Orenthal James Simpson, not guilty of the crime of murder.
Conspiracy to commit kidnapping, guilty.
When Nevada convicted him, it almost felt like, hey, L.A., this is how you do a trial.
And we should say that Barbara Walters Presents American Scandals airs Monday nights at 10 Eastern on Investigation Discovery.